just water and orange and mango juice because I have not had a drink for close to 3 weeks now. So welcome to Beyond the Bedlam, where we're sober. How long it's going to last we don't know, but being poorly as I was, and this is why I haven't seen anything for ages, it affords you time to watch a lot of movies. So we're going to recommend a new one for you today called Split. It's the film you've seen everywhere with James McAvoy, M. Night Shyamalan's new movie, Split. You're terrified of it being shit, Split, aren't you? I know, because he hasn't made films which have lived up to the promise of The Sixth Sense. He hasn't made a great movie like he did with The Sixth Sense. I think he did. I think he's made some really good stuff. But because he's the guy that writes his own films, and therefore he affords himself to do whatever he wants with them, which is probably not a good thing with all his movies. M. Night Shyamalan did The Sixth Sense. M. Night Shyamalan then did Unbreakable. Unbreakable, for my money, is one of the most underrated films of the last 20 odd years. I think it's an amazing film. He creates a universe in Unbreakable where superheroes exist in the real world. They're followed by supervillains. They're not like the Joker and Batman, but they are in that sense. If you've not seen Unbreakable, my first recommendation is watch Unbreakable. I'm going to talk about Split though, because it's his new movie. It's probably his most critically acclaimed movie in God knows how long. He made The Visit, I think 2 years ago. We loved The Visit. We went to watch it in the cinema. It was crazy, it was stupidly funny, and it was horrible. I think it was a return to form for him, but Split, if that was his return to form, this is his film you've been waiting for. Again, it's really funny, Split, because it's about a man with multiple personality disorder. And how can you make that deadly serious when he's one guy, he's another guy, he's a woman, he's a child? You've got to really suspend your disbelief. The linchpin of this movie is James McAvoy and his performance. He is a great actor. He's one of our best exports. Obviously, James McAvoy was in Shameless when he was young. He's gone on to big movies like Filth, he was really good in, and obviously he's Xavier in the X-Men movies. He's bankable. He's a good actor. And in this, he gets probably the performance of a lifetime. He gets to play 23 different personalities in the space of 1 2-hour movie. We meet one personality, Dennis, who kidnaps 3 young girls at the beginning of Split. As you've seen in the trailers, this isn't a spoiler. He then takes them to an undisclosed location and he keeps them hostage. Throughout the duration of the next hour or so, we meet a couple of different personalities. We also meet his psychiatrist, who is trying to convince the world of medicine that multiple personality disorder is a real thing we must take serious. Now this is where the M. Night Shyamalan isms come into play. This man doesn't make films about the mundane. He makes films about the extraordinary. He makes films about the supernatural. But he likes to root them in reality. A film I really like of his was Signs. Now this is what happens if a real alien invasion took place to a nice little family on a farm. Again, it's got his typical isms in it. Some bits aren't as good as others, but it was terrifying. I think Signs is terrifying. Split has that horror in it, where you're held hostage by a guy who could be anybody at any point. He could be a child who maybe you could talk round. Maybe you could get on his good side because he's a little boy. Or he's a really astute woman who you can't really mess with. Or he's Dennis, who you really don't mess with. The good thing about this movie is he does throw his Shyamalan-isms in there, and they basically try and say, slight spoiler here, that maybe people with multiple personality disorder are metahumans. Maybe they've evolved a part of their brain where they can become other people. Stay with me here. It's not as preposterous as it sounds, because in the crux of the movie you are locked into one location. You are with these girls while they try and work out what's going on, how the hell they're going to get out of this nightmare. I really hold this film up high. I was entertained solidly. I was scared. I was scared for the girls in it. They play really good parts. I don't know any of the actresses' names. I'm not going to bore you looking them up on IMDb and telling you who they are. They're quite, peripheral to what's going on here. This film is about McAvoy and his character's arc and where it's going, and ultimately where it leads into M. Night Shyamalan's universe he's creating. I'll skip towards the point in the movie where I think he was very naughty, but I did a lick then, didn't I?
Yeah, you did.
I felt myself do it. I need to
There's
shave
no
this down.
escape.
There's no escape in the lick. He's very naughty at the end of this movie.
Sounds like a film.
Yeah. But you can't escape the lick.
The lick.
It's out there somewhere. I've seen a film called The Taint. He's very naughty at the end of this movie. Now, anybody that's already seen Split is either going to go, yeah, I know what you're talking about, or you're going to go, yeah, I didn't know what the hell the end meant. And I'm not going to give you a massive spoiler here, but if you're familiar with the man's body of work, you're going to get a huge reward at the end of this movie. If you're not familiar with this man's body of work, I suggest you go back a few movies and do your research on this guy. He's taken a liberty by doing it. I think it's a big point in this movie, and I think what happens at the end of this movie changes what you've seen in the last 2 hours to make it become something else. But if you take it as a whole and cut off the last minute of the film, it's a solid psychological thriller. It makes you laugh. It's supposed to make you laugh. Let's get it straight here. He's mental, this guy. And it's got some good horror elements in it. And if you're a fan of this guy's work, you're going to love this film. You're probably going to think, like me, it's probably the best film he's done since Unbreakable. Unbreakable. Watch Unbreakable. You're getting the hints. Watch Unbreakable. Okay?
Hang on, do you want them to watch Unbreakable?
I'm not saying it's needed, but it's a great movie. Unbreakable's such a great movie. Ramrod recommends The Visit. Ramrod recommends The Visit. Ramrod recommends The Visit. Not The Visit. I recommend The Visit. What was it called?
Split.
It's been a while since we've recorded, as you can tell.
I'm even getting my finger.
She's putting the finger over the lens.
Like this.
I'm sorry about this.
No.
It's been a while anyway, but we're back with a vengeance. We're going to be doing more reviews, and we're going to do the Promise Show of Ramrod Dissects coming up soon. So anyway, Split comes highly recommended. This is hard when somebody's laughing at you. It comes highly recommended. Like I say, I think it's his greatest film in years. He's had a lot of strange movies, like The Village is a great horror film up to a point where he throws his twist in. Split does have a twist, but it's not the twist like The Sixth Sense or the twist in The Visit, again, where you just don't see it coming and it's a big thing in the film. If his twist in this movie
Would you say it splits the film up?
Oh,
it's
very
a
good.
split at the end?
Yeah, it's a split. Yeah, it's a split. But I'm not split over my decision to recommend it to you. I wholeheartedly recommend Split to all of our viewers. Yeah, Unbreakable. Anyway, it's nice to have you back. It's nice to be back. And we hope you're going to stay tuned and watch more of our videos, because we've got so many to do. We're going to hammer out a few for you. Just to keep you entertained. And Ramrod Dissects is coming up very soon. So thanks again for watching Beyond the Bedlam. Thanks for watching Ramrod Recommends. Thanks for subscribing to our channel. We love you all for doing that. And we promise there's going to be more content coming very soon, because we're fighting fit and we're back and we're watching movies again. We may even do a video game recommendation. What do you think? Should we do a video game? Because what do you think? Do you want to hear about a great video game called Resident Evil 7? that we hammered through.
Which was amazing.
Which was one of the most amazing horror experiences I think we've ever had. I think it's worth talking about.
And it was filmed in our house.
Yeah, we're going to... it's terrifying. We're going to have a couple of different videos coming up soon. So stay tuned to the channel. Keep liking, keep commenting. We've had some lovely comments. And keep subscribing. And any suggestions, any comments, any thoughts, you know, flood them into us. You know, spur us on, because we're here for you to keep you entertained. We know how hard it is picking a movie these days, so we're going to help you do it. So, nice to be back. We'll see you all again soon. Bye-bye. I need a drink. I'm non-alcoholic. Water. It's like our sign, by the way. We've got a sign. Ta-da! Going to turn it off now because it's just going to eat the batteries, and batteries. It takes 6 batteries. Okay, we'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
This is so horror movie videoing right now.
Say bye-bye, Johnny.
Bye-bye.
Say bye, Johnny.
Bye-bye, Johnny.